Hey, what's up Triathlon Trainiacs? Triathlon Taren here with your daily triathlon video, helping you nail your training, your racing, hopefully become a better triathlete, which then hopefully results in a funner, more daring and enjoyable life. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Today, in the fourth and final video in our Figure Out Your Race Nutrition series, we're gonna be talking about where you get your calories from. And we're gonna be talking about the pros and cons comparing the most common places to get your calories, those being gels, chews, bars, or the new option, primarily liquid-based. The first option we're going to talk about is bars, and some of the pros to using bars during a race is that it's a solid food. It tends to settle a lot of people's stomachs. You also won't get that feeling of becoming hungry or having like that real sugary gut-rotty feeling that you get from just taking on really processed high sugar things like gels and chews. You've also got a ton of options for different tastes. You can get sweet potato bars, you can get gluten-free bars, soy-free bars. You have tons of different options depending on what your palate likes. Now the cons, however, is one, you might not think about this, but it can be, depending on the consistency of the bar, tough to chew during a race. And with some certain bars that are really chewy, are really big in your mouth, it'll actually throw off your breathing, which can then lead to developing a side stitch or some cramps. In addition to that, some bars aren't packaged up well and they're not dosed in a form that is really good for a race where we're trying to take anywhere from 80 to 130 calories every half hour. Some bars come and they're like 230 calories. Like, what are you gonna do with that? The second option is primarily liquid-based, and you're seeing a lot of triathletes go towards a liquid nutrition solution in their races. Lionel Sanders has done it, and that's because it tends to be the most customizable to your specific, say, sweat rate or taste palette. It's also probably very easy to digest because it is custom designed for you, and because it is so new, they're coming at it with a lot of new science, so it tends to be formulated with things that are easy to digest and process. And then the last thing is that it's really easy to carry. As long as you can fill up some bottles and you can swap them out easily and you've got that dexterity on the bike, tends to be really easy to carry, and it's an all-in-one solution that, boom, from fluids to electrolytes to all the calories, everything done, one bottle, bing, bang, boom, thank you. The cons of this as an option, however, are that you might potentially have taste fatigue if you aren't able to customize the taste to what you like. The second, I mentioned in the video yesterday that if you end up somehow losing it or you need to top up at the last minute while you're at a destination race and you've got this super customized nutrition solution and you don't have access to it anywhere, could be tough to source. The third downside is what I talked about with the bars, is that because it's all liquid, you don't feel like you've really eaten anything throughout the day, and you might feeling a little bit of an empty stomach, and that's just a distraction from taking you away from performing in that race. The third option is chews, and I think that this is the unsung hero of race nutrition for a few reasons. Number one, it's a really nice balance of easy to digest, typically very sugary, high, dense calories in a small little container. It's also essentially food, so it feels like you've taken something on, and it, in my experience, gives you that nice settled stomach that you get from solid food. Third thing is it's very easy to dose because the doses are anywhere from 25 to 40 calories each. You don't have to dose every 25 to 35 minutes with a chew. You can do it every 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 12 minutes, 11 minutes. Because they're so small, you can get that amount of calories you need absolutely dialed into what you specifically want. And there are dozens of flavors, all kinds of chews that are glucose-based or fructose-based or tapioca syrup-based. There's all kinds of different options, so you can even trade different tastes throughout a race so that you don't develop that taste fatigue. And the two main downsides, however, to chews are that number one, it does require that chewing, which can throw your breathing off. They're like, feel like a horse just working through the chews, developing a little bit of soreness in the jaw, distracting you from performing in your race. And then the other downside is that a lot of these chews, they unfortunately come with just a ton of air in the packaging. So if you're stuffing it in your jersey pocket, you might be stuffing like only 2 packages in. Cliff Shot blocks. I'm a big fan of how they package it up because it's just like, it's like a tube and then the final gold standard of them all that just about all of you know about, and rightfully so, this is the option that most triathletes go with. It's gels, and it's for a number of reasons. Number one, there are tons of different flavors, everything from Canadian maple syrup to vanilla espresso coffee, so you can change up the taste flavor throughout the course of a race. 2, very easy to carry. The packaging itself has no air in it. 3, very easy to digest typically. 4, very easy to transport. Tape to a bike, shove in a jersey pocket. You can actually tape it to the top tube of a bike in a way that as soon as you grab it, the top tab gets ripped off and it's open for you. And they're also easy to dose. If you want 92 calories, you can go and get a 100-calorie gel and then just leave a little bit at the end and toss the wrapper in the garbage, and you're not carrying a ton of stuff. The cons, however, of gel are that they're messy. Some of my favorite gels that I like all the time are actually really, really light, and they're not even syrupy. It's almost like straight liquid and it just gets everywhere. That's a downside. Second thing is that old, very traditional gels, they're the exact opposite. They're like chewy and you've got to work your way through this, and it's like paste in your mouth. And then related to that is because a lot of these gels are very syrupy, pasty in your mouth, tends to stay in your mouth, so you get that fuzzy feeling on your tongue, developing a little bit of taste fatigue, even if you're switching from one taste to another. Personally, how I like to mix it up is I'll take a gel before the race because it's easy to ditch. I will get onto the bike and my first bit of calories will probably be chews because they're very easy to take on and it's easy to just slow roll that start into getting nutrition. My next nutrition will be solid food with a bar to get that solid food settled stomach feeling in that's gonna last me through to the end of the race. And then from then on in, it'll be a mixture of gels and chews, really just depending on what I feel like at the time. On the run, it'll always be gels because I can just be on the run, take a gel, squeeze it in, done, easy. If you haven't done it yet and you want to get the guide on how you can figure out the amount of calories that you need to take, the scheduling that you need to take them in, guidelines on what type of calories, what types of fluid are good for you, and how to customize that based off of when you put on weight, when you lose weight, exactly how many calories you need to take, what you need to do in hot weather races, if you have digestive problems, all these things can be downloaded by going to triathlontaren.com/triathlon nutrition guide. And over the course of 4 days, you're gonna be walked through start to finish how to nail your nutrition strategy so that it isn't holding you back from having your best race. If you aren't yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button below and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our daily triathlon videos. You can check out the entire race nutrition guideline video series by clicking the playlist here. And if you just want to see some really good race coverage, check out the Ironman Kona video we did up here. I think it's my favorite. Thank you for watching this 4-part series. I hope that it helps you have better races. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments below.